In the mid-1990s, the streets of South Baltimore were cold and unforgiving. Amid the industrial ruins and flickering streetlights, a small, unassuming roadside stand became strangely famous. People would travel for miles just to taste the special barbecue burgers sold by a massive 450-pound man named Joe Metheny. He was friendly, he was hardworking, and his meat had a flavor no one could quite identify. But the secret ingredient was something no one should ever consume. Joe Metheny wasn't always a monster. He was a truck driver and a father. But when his wife, struggling with addiction, disappeared with their son, something snapped inside him. He didn't just lose his family, he lost his humanity. He began a frantic, violent search that led him to the underside of bridges and into the darkest corners of the city. When he couldn't find those he loved, he decided to take out his rage on anyone who crossed his path. Joe set up his base of operations in a small trailer near a bridge. He targeted the invisible members of society, the homeless, the runaways, and the addicted. He knew no one would look for them. He would lure them with the promise of food or drugs, only to turn them into his next supply. He once claimed that he didn't enjoy the killing as much as he enjoyed the power of deciding who lived and who became part of his menu. This is where the story turns truly stomach-churning. Metheny didn't just hide the bodies, he processed them. He admitted to mixing human flesh with beef and pork, shaping them into patties, and selling them from his stand. He sat there, day after day, watching families and children eat his creations. He later told investigators with a chilling laugh, "The human body tastes very similar to pork. If you mix it up, no one can tell the difference." His reign of terror ended only because of a single mistake. In 1996, a woman named Rita Kemper managed to escape through a window of his trailer. She ran to the police, screaming about a giant man who had kept her captive. When the police raided Metheny's property, they didn't just find a killer, they found a butcher shop of horrors. Shallow graves were discovered nearby, but many of his victims had already been sold and consumed by the public. Joe Metheny was sentenced to life in prison, where he died in 2017. He never showed remorse. His only regret, he said, was that he didn't get to kill the people he was actually looking for. His story remains a terrifying reminder that the monsters among us don't always look like monsters. Sometimes, they are the ones serving us dinner. Next time you stop at a lonely roadside stand, ask yourself, do you really know what you're eating? Thanks for watching. If you found this story chilling, be sure to follow for more true crime content.